What's up, guys? How's it going? Limna here. Welcome to episode 2 of this Minecraft server Let's Play. So, bit of an update. I actually recorded episode 2 weeks ago, but then I found out that I recorded it without sound. And so I scrapped that idea and I was gonna re record it, but then I got really sick. Like, I couldn't get out of bed for a week. So, now we're back. Update on everything that has changed since episode 1. Let's go take a look around. So, this is Olympus. Not much has changed up here. We're actually going to be doing some work up here after the update tour. We're gonna keep building it out and see what we can create and all that jazz. So, let's head on down and take a look at what's different. Let's come over here because this was what I was going to make episode 2 about, and then just didn't capture any sound. So, this is Medusa's Cove. Why is that grass block floating? No. No floating grass. Okay, it's not that kind of magic. So this is Medusa's Cove. Last time, I tried to record an episode updating Medusa's Cove and creating a little storyline, a little plot for our town, which is the whole goal of the town. It's to have story and be very interactive and have the town members add on to the story and be part of this story, a living story, if you will. And so, that over there is Medusa in Medusa's Cove. I spent some time creating a Medusa that I thought would work in this space. I originally wanted a giant head up there with a bunch of snakes coming off of it, but I couldn't make that work in this tiny little space. So I just went with a very simple Medusa over here, and in this area is a hidden storyline. Because you are watching this episode, you get to find out where it is. It's just right back here. It's a little book right back there. Cool. It's kind of hidden, but not really hidden. Trial M. So all of these books are going to be scattered throughout the town. This is the only one I have so far. And they are quests that the town members can go on for special prizes. This one is called Trial M. Do y'all want a sneak peek? Yeah, okay. Strange figure. My, a little hero, are you? You traveled quite a ways, have you not? Response A. Who are you? Response B. You! And then it works kind of like a D&D style gameplay type thing, right? And so you have responses that you can do, and you go to those pages in order to see what the trial is, go on the quest, and all that jazz. That's all I'm going to show y'all, because if you want to see the rest of it, you now know where the book is. Okay. It is dark yet again. We're going to fix that. Much better. Okay. Medusa's Cove has a lot of, like, ambiance in the dark, which is cool. Oh, maybe I should get something that has particles. Nah, that could be a little too much for Medusa's Cove. Maybe I just need to finish, like, up there, and that'll be fine. I don't know. But this is Medusa's Cove. This was the goal from last time, was to create all of that. And we accomplished that without sound. So, now you know this is here. Voila. Let's get to what this video is actually about, which is making that look better, because that's a mess. So, I have a few ideas on what I want to do. It's just not fully ironed out yet. I have some dirt up there outlining a few buildings that I want to put up there. And we're going to spend today getting that all put together. But first, we need some resources. I have been smelting quartz forever. So we're gonna take, oh yeah, I should probably put my armor back on. Okay, we're gonna take a bunch of quartz because we're gonna need a ton of quartz. Um, these are also, yeah, these are also like, okay, these are full of not smooth quartz because that's smooth quartz. That's just regular quartz. So we're gonna take a shulker of that and head on back up. Okay. I've also been working on like putting more grass down and getting this dirt to turn into grass, which is taking absolutely forever. How long does it take for a dirt block to turn into grass? Can someone let me know? Because I feel like this is just taking way too long. Okay, so we have this here. This is a bunch of stuff that was left over from this build. So we're going to be using a lot of that as well. Now, when I look at art that tries to create what Mount Olympus, or not Mount Olympus, what Olympus would look like, I see a lot of like temple style buildings, a lot of what's the word? Dome style buildings, and then a few square buildings. So what I'm thinking is I want this first one to be like a cylindrical building. I want it to just go straight up, be mostly pillars, and look like that. And then this one, I think I want it to be more of a dome type building. And then this back one, I'm really not sure. I'm leaning more towards turning it into a square shed-like building. Because what I think I'm going to run into is that it's going to look great. Whoops, lagging. That it's going to look great from this side, great from the other side, and then just kind of weird from the front. So I'm still playing around with that last circle because I don't want it to look just out of place and strange. And you also have to imagine this pillar right here is going to be duplicated on all of these other like dirt pillar spots. So I also have to keep that in mind that that is going to be in the area and also add to the busyness of the build. So I want to start with this first one right here, and I think a great way to start is just adding smooth quartz to the bottom. I do still want these to be very functional builds because I want to turn this into more of like a shop type thing. So I want it to be very functional and possibly even have some type of hop, skip, and a jump parkour walkway over to the temple. Okay. All of that being said, let's create a floor for this first one. And I want it to come down one block. That's one thing that I really noticed when I was flying around and putting this all together, is that I needed this one just a little bit lower. I want it to be very like tiered. I want it to not all be on the same level because they're literally floating buildings. So I want it to give that kind of effect, is that they're really floating and they're really just like bobbing up and down kind of in the air, right? And so I want it to come down one. Let's finish the floor out so I don't drop all this dirt. Dirt is so hard to get on this server because everybody needs it. Well, I say that. It's really not that hard to get, but if you want to go buy dirt, yeah. Start with the pillars. Let's see. We're gonna try starting with the pillars because I think that's what I want to go for. Okay, now where should these pillars go? It is 5 blocks, so I'm gonna go here, here, there, there. Yes, that's perfect. Okay. Here we go. And I'm so glad this worked out because I did not count it. I did not count the circle. Okay, cool. I'm literally just going by what looks like it'll go. That's a lot of pillars. Man, do I want that many pillars? I don't think I want that many pillars for the lowest one. I think I need to redo that because I mean, it could. Let me try this. Let me try this. Okay. I'm gonna try this to one side, and then because this is the lowest floor, it might work with that many pillars, or I could go more of like that. Okay, I'm thinking for higher levels, I want that. For the lowest level, I do want more pillars. We're gonna do that. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Worst comes to worst, I come back and change it later. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go up. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. Let's go up. Let's go up 5. Eee. That's gonna make it way too tall because I don't want that much. We're gonna go up 3. Yeah, we're gonna go up 3. And then I want a half slab floor because I want the bottom of it to look thick, but not the rest of it, not the middle. It needs to be very open because that's kind of the Greek style that I'm seeing. So I want half slabs. And, ooh, do I want a gold block between floors? And there. Now, what I think I want to do is, I need there. Okay, I want to put the floor, no, I want to put the floor here, and then it'll come out 1. So it's not like a ton of gold, it's just like a little bit of gold. And then oh, but then that'll show through on the top. You know what I need? Oh, I like that. Yeah, dude, that works so much better. And it's done. Okay, so level 2 looks like that. I kind of like that. It feels very like monochrome, but I can always add like detail on the inside a little bit later to make it like less monochrome. And I feel like the blue that's going to exist in this build is going to help with that as well. This is supposed to be just a very simple like pillar, basically. It's basically a functional pillar. So I'm thinking height-wise, I want one more level, and this is going to be the level where it's not going to be quite as open, but it's still going to be kind of open, and I think how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go grab some calcite. And I want... We're going to grab these as well. No, I want the smooth ones. The smooth ones, yeah. Because that's how this build is going so far. And I feel like I want to continue... do I want the pillars in a different spot, or do I want to keep them in the same spot? I think I'm going to keep them in the same spot just because this is kind of smaller, on the smaller side, and I'm going to add details around it. So we're going to need that, and that, and that, and no. Nope, no thank you. We're going to put that back. And fix that. Okay. Oh, man. No! Man. Okay. Well, there we go. And I'm even using the slow pickaxe, man. There. 2 more. There we go. There we go. Okay. Do I want to use calcite as the pillar base? Or we're just going to try it and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I decided to go with 5 on the lower level, so I think I'm going to stick with the 5 here. And then I want to do something like this, bring it in, and oh, I don't have any. I'm gonna need to go find some more of those shelves, because those shelves are what's gonna make this really like work. And then I think what I want to do, I'm gonna put that there so I can put this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then it's from there, it's gonna be something like this. And that. That's not bad. Okay, my only thing that I don't like is I don't like how these don't blend together. It's very, very much a this block stops and this block starts. And I want it to be more of a gradient, I think. Maybe I can make something work with the roof. Okay, all 4 of those are now done. So, and I got to thinking, what I think I want to do is have stairs as the roof. And I don't know if this is fully gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Oh, I see. That puts a little bit of a damper. I didn't even think about that. Back to the drawing board. I'm going to do slabs like my original plan. And it's going to be a double or triple wide block thing. So that's gonna go there. Okay, I figured out what I wanted to do with the roof, and this is what I came up with. So I used a slab down here and then an upside down stair so that it wasn't like super, like a lot of space, but it still gives the look that I was going for. So there's that. Now what I did notice is that I want this a little bit more closed off as well. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try another gold block somewhere. I think right about here. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to do that. And then I want something like this potentially. Is enough of the gold block showing? No, I don't think it is. So maybe I forego the gold block. Maybe there's enough gold on it already. That could work. Could do something like that. It gives it enough texture anyway. Okay, so let's repeat that on a couple other sides. And I believe that was there and there. And I'm going to need a block in there so I can do that and that. Okay. And repeat it on this side. Symmetrical builds are kind of nice sometimes. Here we go. And last one. And block. 1, 2, 1, 2, and delete. Nice. That gives it a little bit more of a closed off feeling. I wanted a little bit more, but I think once I get some more shelves, which is going to take some time, which I will probably just do later because it's a long process. Mojang needs to fix that because it's a really tedious process to get shelves. Anyway, once I get those shelves put in, I feel like this will be just fine. So, that is one. That is one build that is done. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, I just have the big dome build in the background that I need to create. And I like the level that it is on, so we're going to keep that. Nice. Just like the other one, well, we're going to start with this. And because I don't have super fast build mode, I'm going to skip to when this part's done. And that's what I have. It turned out a little bit more square than my original idea was, but you know what? I think it's gonna work because the more I think about it, the more I think this last one should actually be more of a rectangle square type shape and potentially right up against this build. We'll find out. But now it is on to the roof, and the roof is going to be blue. So I went ahead and grabbed some blue blocks, and I want to start, nah, actually I don't want to do that. So, we're actually going to start with this. So this is going to be a line that goes all the way to the top. So I want to make sure to mark that off. And this is going to be a round roof. And so I want it to be very like, we're probably going to have to flatten off some of this part right here in order to make it round. Why don't I go ahead and mark some of that out with a little bit of dirt real quick. So this needs to be here to 5. Okay, we're gonna need some more dirt. Man, I keep losing dirt because I just let it fall, and I know I shouldn't let it fall, but that's just what happens. Let me go grab that. Okay, so I think I have the roof done. I might tweak the top a little bit more because it's not quite as round as I wanted it to be, but now it is complete enough that we can start adding in the extra details and fill in the last little bit, and then I think we'll be on our way to being done. Yeah, so let's just build this up. What I want is literally just a line a little above the blue, or the cyan if you will, so that it stands out a little bit more than just having it as a line within the blue. Okay, so we're just gonna build this up just like this. I have more stairs. Yeah. Okay. And then I think I want something at the top too. Do I want it to be covered, or do I want it to come to a point with the quartz? I feel like I just want it to come to a point, so let me just do this, and then potentially that. Potentially, not my favorite, but I think it's more of the shape that's bothering me. So I'm just gonna tweak that as I have ideas. Let's get on to finishing this part right here. Now, do I want it to be calcite or do I want it to be quartz? I'm kind of thinking quartz. Let's just fill this side in and see what happens. I kind of like that. Yeah. I might even extend it out above, not quite that much. Give it that extra edge to tie in with the top of that one. You know, I'm gonna try it. And then just like this. The only thing is it would go over this. I actually don't mind that. I kind of like that. Okay, we're gonna keep that all the way around, just like this. Okay. And then we're gonna fill this in. Oops. I'm gonna need so many more slabs before we're done. Whew. This has taken a lot of resources. Okay. I hope I have enough smooth stone smelted to finish this. We're so close. So close to being done. With this part of the build anyway. And then I want to texture it up with some buttons. Yeah, I think the buttons are gonna give it that extra little pizzazz, and I want to put them right in here. Yeah, like stone buttons, I think. I think that'll work. With the color palette, I think stone will probably be the best color. Okay, almost there. Oh, ooh, you know what? I might have enough slabs. I might just, not right there. I might just have enough slabs to finish this. Especially if I stop misplacing all of the slabs, right? Okay. And then, oh, I thought that was the last side. That's my bad. We will not have enough slabs to finish this then. It'll be close. It'll be really close. I wonder if that's smooth stone. Okay, so we could just quickly craft up some more slabs. Cool. Yeah, really close, but not quite enough. Okay. That'll be more than enough. And voila! How about that? Yeah, the top looks too much like a pyramid to me. I don't know, I'll keep thinking about it. But it's not... No, I just need to keep thinking about it. This is not what I envisioned, but I definitely like it for the space that it's taking up. Yeah. And it's gonna make a really great little shop area. Little bit of a parkour to get over there. Little bit of a parkour to get over there. And then that'll be done too. I think I'm gonna hold off on this back one because I need to sit with this for a little while to see what I want back here. The idea morphed from another dome type build to a rectangular build coming off of this one. But now that I see this one complete, I'm going back to my original idea. And so I think I just need to sit with it and come up with some ideas on what's gonna look best in this area. This whole build is Olympus, and so I really wanted to fit together and look really grand, and I want it to look good from every side. So it might actually be something that's taller than the one with the dome on the top. Potentially. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it for a while. Okay. And with that, I think it is time for us to call it a day. We got several things done today, and I'm very proud of what we have accomplished. So, I will see you in the next one. Bye!